Back at the McDonald's U.S. Gymnastics Championships. 2 events down and 2 more rotations to go, and Phoebe Mills maintains her lead ahead of Kelly Garrison-Steeves on the strength of her bars performance. Moves into second place. Rhonda Fain, that's a bit of surprise, and her solid, consistent work moves her to third. Hope Spivey tied for first with Mills at the beginning of the optionals, falls to fourth. Hey, Shelley Stack, the little 15-year-old 74-pound dynamite, is now fifth. Do Yamashiro sixth, and Christy Phillips, moving up 1 notch with each rotation, is in 8th place. And on the vault, 17-year-old Stacy Gunthorpe. She is in 9th place, down from 5th after the compulsories. Her first vault was 9.8.
Oh, she nailed that landing.
Stacy Gunthorpe should move up with a fine score in the vault. We'll see whether or not the judges saw that better than 9.85.
You know, women gymnasts are a lot luckier than the men. We have 2 chances to nail that vault. If the first one's off a little bit, we concentrate more on the second one to just nail it.
.90 for Stacy Gunthorpe, one of the top scorers of the day in the vault here in the U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Rhonda Fain's 10, the best of all so far. Now in the third event of the 4 in the optionals, and maintaining her lead throughout, Phoebe Mills with the one event that raises nightmares for every female gymnast, the balance beam. Watching her routines and training warm-ups, she can be brilliant in this event.
Oh, she is excellent on balance beam. And if I had to pick one gymnast to perform balance beam in a pressure situation, Dick, Phoebe would be my pick. She is calm, cool, and collected. You can just see the confidence in her face when she gets up on the beam. She's really matured into a nice, long gymnast. Pretty elegant style.
Oh, that was outstanding.
Solid flip-flop, layout. The gymnast must perform a series tumbling skill, and that was Phoebe's, a very difficult one at that. Nice inverted flange.
And a nice sense of continuity about her performance.
Phoebe's very fluid on balance beam. It's the required full turn. Two solid gainer back layouts. And if you notice, she did one on each leg. It's very difficult to do.
So there's a level of difficulty here, and an excellent performance thus far for Mills. Now the dismount.
Nice height, double back. Took a little step, but an excellent routine.
Boy, if she'd have stuck that landing, Mary Lou, we were looking at something around a 9.9.
We're looking close to perfection on that particular routine. One gainer layout.
On the left foot.
And now she's going to do it on the right foot. That takes a combination of strength, coordination, and guts.
What happened on the dismount?
I thought she looked a little excited. She pulled it a little bit too far. She wanted to stick it too much. You can see she landed with her legs just a little bit too straight.
2 steps, that cost 0.2 of a point. And now the surprise. In fact, she's taken over Brandy Johnson's spot. Here's Shelley Stack. She has a wonderful innocence about her. 15 years old, only 74 pounds.
Did a nice high reverse hack. Shelley is so small that she can swing in between the bars without even having a body break.
Nice lines.
Yes, she does. Something she's had to work on. Shelley used to have bad form. Nice. Stuck that landing cold.
Look at that face. Shelley Stack. It's the only person I've seen this week in Houston smaller than you, Mary Lou.
That she is, and I'm proud of that. She swings bars so nicely. For as little as she is, she does show a nice long line. Nice giant swing with a full pirouette to another giant for a dismount. A very high, kicked out double back flyaway.
Shelley Stack, look at those big brown eyes, and a 9.90 for Shelley Stack. She's already in 5th place, and with one event to go, this young lady may just join Phoebe Mills as the talk from Houston as they go to the Olympic trials in Salt Lake City. And Phoebe Mills with a 9.80, and if you consider 2/10 off her 2 steps on the dismount, that was as close to a perfect beam routine as you'll want to see.
She did that with close to perfection. It was the 2 steps on the dismount. Other than that, she was perfectly solid.
We'll return with more of the McDonald's U.S. Gymnastics Championships after this. As a prelude to the Olympic Games, let's go back 4 years. 1984, a glorious gymnastic year in the Olympics for the United States. But prior to that, at the U.S. Championships, how did our 2 colleagues feel? Here's Bart Connor and marylewdretton.
Mary Lou, looking towards this 1988 Olympic team, let's look back to 1984 and try and draw a parallel to where we were at this stage just prior to the Olympic Games. In my case, I was a complete mess. Back in the fall, I had torn my bicep just 5 months before this meet. I went into this competition, and halfway through, I landed on my head on floor exercise, and I had to scratch from the meet because I didn't want to carry a bad score in this competition to the final trials. I petitioned to the final trials and then counted 100% of my score at the final trials, and I just squeaked on to make the 6th place spot on the team. Now, in your case, it was a completely different ball game, wasn't it? You were really right on your game.
I certainly was. 1984, I was right on my peak. I was right on the roll. 1983, I was just in there. I wasn't where I really wanted to be, but I think I burst onto the scene and peaked just at the right time in '84 at the USA Championships. And then I think I carried that momentum on into the trials and through the Olympics.
So in a way, Mary Lou, if you could draw a parallel to the '84 team to the '88 team,